Welcome back, punks. This been the Punkery Show. We are en vivo live from NG, Crazy Vibes and all that shit. It's a very it's a thin slice of meat around here. Obviously, I guess all the Europs in mid-March, they got a lot of shit to do. You know what I mean? I don't know what day is tax day in Europe, but it's coming up in America, so I guess all these Europs out here, they're doing their taxes and shit. You know, that's why they've been busy. We need some more events on the server, I suppose. We need Music Box to come out and do his sheet, you know? Because events always bring the people. Either way, I am Rashawn. We're here with HENDRIK as well, obviously. Gonna be a short show today, most likely. Obviously, last week was the meme week. This show will be the calm after the storm because, like I said, lots of memery last week with fake departures and other shit and all that. I also forgot to do the Ukraine crisis quotes for this week, so part 3 of the quotes will be next week. Either way, HENDRIK is here. Obviously, he's got the COVID. He showed a document a few days ago of him having the COVID. We are next. Ah, shit. Wait, say something. Shit. For some reason, I can't hear you now. Great start to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot hear HENDRIK. Excellent. Oh, okay, now I can. I just had to reaffirm the sound source. Now I can hear you. But yeah, you've got the COVID. You hear though? How is the COVID? Congested the breath right there. There you go.
Being hurting. So that's like annoying. Other than that, fine, I guess. Kind of like normal flu.
Well, you
No,
got
no fever.
No fever, huh? Well, you got the
I sleep
vaccine,
well.
yeah?
Yeah, I do. 6 times. Oh, 3.
Six times, yeah. Okay, you got the triple dose. Nice, perfect. So you're probably not gonna feel anything as far as that. I mean, I thought after Ukraine got invaded that
Yeah.
COVID was done, right? But obviously it's still here. Everybody here, they don't wear masks. About half people wear masks going to the
Actually,
store.
now I feel good. I popped some pills before the show, but like during this day, even I was just laying on the bed and looking at the the wall and I don't know, waiting the time to pass and trying not to swallow.
Yeah. I mean, when back in 2020, when people, were given tips on how to combat the COVID, they were always like, you can't sit down, you can't sleep, you gotta get up, you gotta be active while you have the COVID because COVID preys on the inactive bodies.
Did John tell you this?
Did John tell me this? No.
Yeah, I was looking for him on the Crazy Pubs to ask for some tips and help, but I couldn't find him anymore.
No, he's still there, but every day I think that Doogie's gonna ban him or some shit because of difference of opinion. So that's basically what it'd be. But John is still in Discord. It's a very anti.
Are you sure? I tried to find him. I tried to tag him, but I couldn't the other day.
Let me try to see. It's at.
Or
John...
maybe I could be wrong. Maybe he doesn't give out any medical tips. He's like a war expert now or something. I don't know.
I kind of wonder what John's medical tips would be. I mean, he's got to be some type of with Joe Rogan. Be like, yo, you got to exercise, you got to get
like
your vitamins. But I don't think he gets that. I don't think he does any of that. So that's John, I guess. But HENDRIK still with the COVID. He's out here. He is powering through it. And hopefully he'll be good in a few days. And he'll have antibodies that he can probably spread to somebody else. If it worked like that anyway. Either way, move on a little bit here. See, this is why I wish that this server, this community, was more of a sports community. Right now, there's a big holiday going on in America. A few week-long sports holiday. It's called March Madness, where the best college basketball teams play against each other en route to, in April, go to a national championship. 16 games yesterday, 16 games the day before. It's a day of upsets, a day of calamity, a day of huge excellence. But as this server is more geared towards Europs, you know, even the non-Europ people on the staff, head admin, senior admin, with the exception of Bega, all those people are very Europe-centric, even though some of them don't live in Europe or aren't from Europe. So it's a very weird snit. So since we cannot talk about March
We're
Madness,
West, you know. You have to get rid of that idea of Europe and US. We are West against East now. This is like we're all the same. The West, the Western world. Yes.
So the West, so North America and Europe are basically the same sheet now, huh?
Yeah, we're the same team. The West, the Great West.
So the West and the East are. I guess if there was a world soccer game, world soccer all-star game, right? The West team, if it was West versus East, it would be, the West would be all of Europe and America versus Russia, China, and whatever other Asian country there is about that. Such, the world politics has changed so much over the past couple of weeks, but since we can't talk about March Madness, I hear that Formula One is starting up soon. Hendrik, how about that? I'm the last.
I'm so happy you turned this day to Saturday instead of Sunday, because now I can always be here, or more likely, I can always watch what I want to watch.
Yeah.
I can hear you're also really excited about this.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I was gonna ask, I don't know how the Formula One sheet goes, like, I saw you post the screenshots of some TV package where you can pay 107 Europs to watch, have all access to the Formula One sheet.
Yes.
But I wanted to ask. I should get it?
Yes.
I don't know about that. Maybe I can, if you stream it in A or the. Actually, never mind. I'm not too sure I'm that interested. But I was gonna ask who in Formula One. I'm gonna pretend that I know Formula One, but I'm gonna ask you who in Formula One, right? Should we look out for this season to be the best at turning left?
It will be from Ferrari, Leclerc. I know it. This year is not anymore the year of Mercedes or Hamilton. I got a good, strong feeling.
Mercedes and Hamilton, those guys, huh?
Yeah, they are not doing well this year. They won't be doing.
Oh, they're not. Okay, let me just Google Mercedes. What's it called? Formula One. Let me just see who this fucking dude is. Wait.
Your brother.
Lewis Hamilton is my brother.
He has done some good shit. Many good years till now. Well, he lost the title last year, so I guess that wasn't that good either. But
yeah, last time I was recommended to follow a Formula One driver, I was recommended Hamilton, but then I saw where he was born and saw the United Kingdom, and I was like, nope, I'm out. I'm out.
Because of Brexit?
Just because the UK is kind of a weird love-hate relationship for me.
I see.
But yeah, What about this Verstappen guy? Verstappen, I mean, is he still around here?
No,
Did he retire out of?
He's still too young and cocky, and attitude not cool. Not cool. You don't get many fans with that. I
For
wish
real?
he won't be doing good.
I thought that's where you get the most fans if you're cocky, your arrogance, your confidence,
Maybe
and all
maybe
that
for
shit.
one season, yeah.
But if you keep on doing it, then after a while, like it wears on people, huh?
I don't know. I just
Shit.
speak for myself, I guess.
Fucking Formula One, man. I fucking
But
tell you.
tomorrow, first race, be there to watch it. I'm gonna stream it for you. Join me, join us. Give it a
Alright,
taste.
I'll tell you what. I will watch the Formula One race. All right. I'll tell you what. I will, so that I can see what the fuck this is about. Lex put a video in the chat about this heat. I don't know if I should click it.
Well, you know now that I got the Formula One official streaming thing. It will be in English, so I can stream it for you, and you will like it. You will understand it. You will get sucked into the sport now. I
Hold on.
promise.
Is it gonna be in British English?
I have two things I can select from, but I don't want to talk about it yet.
Shit, I'd rather listen in Finnish.
I can like turn subtitles on for you or something.
Like if it's in Finnish, I'll listen and watch.
No.
if
The
it-
Finnish one is like the reason I changed. I used to have the Finnish one, but they changed that. It's like 40 euros per month if I want to see
Damn.
Formula One only. Of course, I can see something else with that money, but I don't want to see anything else. So that would be 40 euros per month, and this what I'm getting now, the Formula One thing. It's only like when I took it for 1 year, it's only like 10 euros per month. So
Shit.
the only thing I'm missing now is the Finnish dude, saying.
So you have to pay a premium if you want to watch the Finnish broadcast.
I would put it like you have to pay much more, and you can see also other sports.
Oh,
But
okay,
what do
okay,
I?
other sports.
But I don't want to see any other sport, So what do I do?
Okay, yeah, you're right. Because I thought it was like 40 euros a month just to see Formula One. That would be a problem.
Well, for me, kind of, yeah. So
Yeah, I understand that. That's probably a bargain. How long does the
Yeah.
season go on? What until fucking? I think y'all were talking about till fucking August or some shit. When is the season? end?
November, I think.
Jesus
End of
Christ.
November. Yeah, it's a long one.
Christ. 8 months for a racing season? Shit. That's fucking
Well,
crazy.
6th of May, we will come to United States, to Miami. New race. Stay tuned.
Shit, they're going to Miami, huh? When are
Yeah.
they going to Saudi Arabia?
It's actually what this month? Yeah, end of this month.
Oh, for real? I thought
Next weekend.
I thought it was canceled because of humanitarian shit.
I guess many people want that, but I don't know. I guess it's still going.
I mean, the thing about Saudi Arabia is, they execute people, right? But at least they're honest about it, right?
Yeah.
They executed like 81 people.
The
That's
oil
what
money. You can't, just ignore that.
That's true. The oil money is always there. It's too bad back in the day that the British and the French didn't take the oil and leave those countries poor. Well, most of them are poor, but
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia is which one. But that's humanitarian shit going on in Formula One right now. They're gonna have a race in Saudi Arabia. That's
And also, there's no race in Russia. I'm really surprised. Are you?
no, not surprised at all. Russia, they can't be allowed to have a race. Are there any Russian Formula One drivers?
I think there was one young guy last season who didn't do well. He was spinning all the time, but I think I think they had to get rid of him because of this also.
Shit.
He had only one season to show his talents, and he didn't have any talent to show, and now he got removed.
Yeah, it makes it easier once there's a Russian guy who has no talent in the Formula One. Because if he actually did have talent, right, he would actually still be in there, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Most likely.
because there was this issue of an American footballer, right? He's a young guy. He is catching court cases because he had female masseuses, I guess, come to his house through some sheet, and there are 24 women that accused him of sexual harassment or assault. I don't remember which one it is. Probably the same sheet, but he's a great player. So he ended up taking the year off because the team that had him didn't want to, didn't want that around. But since it was found out he was not going to be charged criminally, all the teams wanted him back in the markets. He just got traded, and now he's going to sign one of the hugest contracts in NFL history, $230 million a year after almost being canceled by women saying that he touched them. So that's what it'd be. Yeah, if he was a suck player, though, he's done. He's done. If that Russian Formula One driver was actually good, he'd find a way to race amidst this Russian sheet.
He only got into the sport because of rich parents and with the money. I think.
Nice. Nepotism.
Sure. I think. Yeah.
So his dad or some shit was big in the race.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's never good. It's never good. Good luck to that cocksucker, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think you can get talent with money, even if you really want it.
Now you have to bank on genetics to give it to you, and it doesn't always work like that. But there it is. Signed, sealed, delivered. Next, tomorrow, I will be watching Formula One for the first time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, you said it. We will remember now.
Yeah. I will remember, and I will see what this sheet is about. I was kind of weary about it because, I don't know, there have been a couple of cocksuckers to abruptly leave the community after being avid Formula One fans. So I'm thinking, did Formula One send them over the top? I don't know, but we'll fucking see tomorrow. Formula One in this sheet. Have that alongside the March Madness.
Soon you will be switching that NBA game to the Formula One game now.
We'll see about that.
1 year later, we'll see what you play.
We'll see about that. I mean, there have been bitches that have been said, "Hey, Rashan, you gotta buy iRacing." Like, bro, what the fuck you talking about? Not really a racing fan, but iRacing has some nice crashes or some shit. But either way, we'll see if I can get into the sport of turning left. Don't worry, Lex. I will say something at the end of the show about when Anka unbanned, since you asked so nicely. But speaking of ban, let's move it over. There's been a meme going on in Crazy Bob since last week. There have been two Serbians. I want to say their nationalities. I think it matters a bit. Two Serbian guys last Sunday, I think, got that ass banned for public.
Get that ass banned.
For public showing of support for the Russian special invasion in Ukraine. They got that ass banned. And I think it's important to say their nationality, because there was a time back in the day, right, in the earlier regime of this show, right, we had a discussion. There was a thing that happened during the 2020 bubble in the NBA playoffs, where there was an NBA player named Montrezl Harrell, who, I don't know what happened. I think he blocked Luka Doncic's shots, and he called him a bitch-ass white boy. And we were arguing about, hey, if it was the reverse, if Doncic called Montrezl Harrell a bitch-ass black boy, then everybody would have gone crazy. And the answer is yes, yeah, that they would have gone crazy. And the argument was that, hey, it's not good either way. Black dude can't tell a white dude bitch ass white boy, and the other same for the other side around. And obviously, I agree that it's not good to say that shit, whether it's one side or the other. But there's also a question of why is one side accepted and the other side not? And long story short, I guess, is that racial insults against white people don't have as much weight. Plus, I brought up the argument of history. And that was not well received when I brought up history, because, the historical context, there's no historical context of black man putting a white man down in this type of situation, right? But as we relate it to this, one of the reasons why Serbia is neutral when it comes to this shit with the Russian shit is because of historical context. Because back when the Ottomans... Oh, Rashawn, what do you mean Balera puts down white people every day? I don't know, man, he puts down everybody every day. He puts down white man, but he puts down black man too. So, I don't know, Blair's one of the most weird shit ever. Yeah, I know, right? I tell you, man. Blair thinks that blacks are a monolith. So that's what he'd be. But, what was I saying? Oh, but when it comes to Serbia and their neutrality in this war, right? A lot of it is historical context, alright? Back in the day when the Ottomans were still doing their shit and they took over all the Balkans, right? And Serbia was trying to get the Turks out of here and shit, right? Russia would have wars with the Ottomans, right? And I guess Serbia would like that shit. Fast to the World War I, right? When that Serbian guy killed the Franz Ferdinand dude, the Austrian-Hungarian Empire guy, right? And Serbia was getting fucked by Austria-Hungary, right? Russia didn't like that. Russia was gonna be coming out here to defend Serbia and shit, right? And it precipitates to now, right? We got two Serbian guys in Crazy Bombs who got that ass banned for saying death to Ukraine, even though a few seconds before that there was a guy who said death to Russia. But the guy who said death to Ukraine gets that ass banned, which is interesting. But if historical context didn't matter, then those two Serbian guys would have not said that. And Serbia wouldn't suck Russia off to this day. And if you ask a Serbian what they think of this war, they most likely, they're probably talking about my ass because I only know one person that is neutral with this shit, but if you ask a Serbian, there's a good chance that they'll be like, I don't have an opinion. So, that's what it'd be. So, historical context matters. You know what I mean? And when it comes to this shit, obviously I think we all are in unison when it comes to that Russia's doing a dumb shit right now. They should not be going into Ukraine, blowing shit up so that Ukraine is unfit for NATO or Europe Union membership. Even though they did this in 2008 and 2014, so I guess you probably should have figured it out by now. Any bordering country to Russia that wants to join the NATO or the Europe Union just expect that Putin's gonna go in there and fuck it up. But I still think it's a big meme that those two guys got that ass banned. And
Do we know for how long?
Well, bans are 2 weeks.
Until the war is over?
Nah, well, normal bans are 2 weeks. I guess they get that ass banned for 2 weeks. I was gonna ban them the next day. But there are a lot of Europs that are, obviously they're very. I don't want to say they're very emotionally invested into the war and shit. And Ukraine's like a brother country to some of these people. So they're basically dismissing the case like, shit, Crazy Bob's dead as fuck anyway. Why do I give a snitch? That's a great question. That's a great answer. Well, not. It's a decent answer, but I don't think that unless these opinions about the war are displayed in a very, obnoxious way, like a constant obnoxious way. And I don't know the context. I only saw a few screenshots of people talking about the sheet. And I mean, I understand that most people are on Ukraine's side, but it is kind of weird to see. Death to Russia gets no reaction, but death to Ukraine gets get that ass banned. Now, I understand if he got muted, if he got short disabled, if he was being obnoxious, but I'm not too sure that people should get that ass banned for a
Wait, was it
political.
in NP or Crazy Bobs?
It was in Crazy Bobs.
Okay. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Didn't play.
Exactly. But yeah, either way, I'm not too sure people should get that ass banned for a political opinion, even though it's very unpopular. And coming from two Serbians, it is not surprising. And I'm not trying to say that all Serbians believe that this war, or, this war is not a war or some shit. I think it's kind of funny to make fun of people who are Serbian that don't have an opinion or are against it, because Serbia as a government or as a country kind of sucks Russia off, despite World War I being 100 years ago. And nobody, whatever, I don't know about the Yugoslav wars, what Russia had anything to do about that. It's a very unsung war in Europe, the Yugoslav shit that went on in the 90s. But historical context also matters as well. Like I said, the fucking Ottomans took over the Balkans and shit. A lot of people in Bosnia, they converted to Muslim. There are people in Bosnia that have very Slavic Muslim type names. They still got the itch at the end, but the roots of their last name, some of them are very Muslim and shit. So, if the Ottomans ain't come in there and convert people, I don't know if they force converted or if people just converted, but if people in Bosnia never converted, then in the 90s, the Serbians or whatever the fuck, whoever was Yugoslavia back then, wouldn't have been going in and killing Bosniaks and shit, because they wouldn't be there and they wouldn't have converted. So, history matters, cocksucker. You know what I mean? Chabs just asked if I'm Muslim. No, I'm not Muslim, but I look at a lot of shit. So history matters, cocksucker. But today I'm gonna unban those two because even though I don't have the type of emotional connection that some of these Europe admins might have in Crazy Bobs, I don't think. I wasn't there, but I don't think that people should get that ass banned for 2 weeks because of a political opinion. Unless they're being obnoxious. And I guess saying death to Ukraine is very obnoxious, but, I suppose it's, I don't want to say it's justified, but after a cocksucker said death to Russia, I guess it's like a no you type of situation. He got banned for a no you, so, that's what it would be. What do you think, Hendrik? Should these guys get that ass banned for their pro-Russia stances?
Banned?
Yeah.
For 2 weeks after saying some shit in the chat? in the
Yeah,
game where what is known for having a kind of, toxic chat. Like,
exactly.
I don't know, maybe just mute them all and have them be like that and
I
continue.
agree.
Unless it goes to the point where you start spamming after you get unbanned. I mean unmuted.
I completely
But
agree.
also, once again, I can't really take the game or whatever happens around it that seriously how
Well, true.
we maybe used to, because it's just we know how it's going. So
Yeah, exactly. I mean, at this point, anyone who gets that ass banned from Crazy Bombs, they just should just
I'm just
take
surprised
it
there
easy.
was some admin to do that in the first place. To be honest, like what else goes unseen in that game these days? Because I think there's less and less admins even playing. So
Yeah, Kalion told me that there's cheater aplenty in Crazy Bobs
I
these days.
tried to play like maybe 4 weeks ago, but I forgot my password. It's like even forgotten from the
She,
muscle memory where I used to have it. So I didn't want to try too many times because I don't know what happens then. Can I
you
ever
know,
get
like
that
that ass
password?
banned.
Yeah.
Well, that could be arranged, but I mean,
If I remember the password, I will try play and I will try make it a new trend. I will try new people. I mean, not new people, but the old people to play with me again. Like, bring up the old memories. I'm gonna
yeah, I don't
tag
know.
everyone like I used to do and say that I'm gonna play and come
Yes,
play
you,
with
you
me.
tag everybody in the CNR Discord, and everybody will get mad at you. Yeah.
When I used to do when I wanted to have someone to play with me CS:GO
Well, I don't think
in
the
the another community, not here, not here.
yeah, I know. The
And changed.
when Viva would alert people to play CS joke in Europe morning. Yeah,
Yes,
it's funny because Europe morning for me is like 4 a.m. So she'd be
we played.
alerting people at
Fun.
4 a.m. Oh boy, that's a funny. But yeah, those two guys got unbanned today. I don't like their opinion. It's kind of gay. Well, I can't say that in 2022, but
How did you find this incident even happened? Like, was it said on the Discord or did you find it in the
uh,
forum?
it was said on the Discord, and
Who
some
is your
guy.
snitch?
No, it was the guy who got that ass banned.
Oh, okay, they
His
contact you always.
yeah, his name is yeah, I think he's very Serbian, pro-Serbian national because
Okay.
his name is in Serbian Cyrillic. Actually, now that I think about it, that's probably the reason why Serbia still uses Cyrillic, because they suck Russia off. So, while all the other Balkan
You gotta have
countries,
friends.
yeah, I mean, Serbia needs friends. It's true. See, I always wondered why Serbia wasn't NATO, or wasn't Europe Union. As a dumb American a few years ago, I wondered why Serbia wasn't in these things yet. Croatia, Slovenia, Macedonia, none of that shit got into the Europe Union. Right? They're in whatever. I think they are. But I always wondered why Serbia wasn't, why Bosnia wasn't. But when I think about Serbia and them sucking Russia off, then I kind of realize. And if you're Serbian listening to this, don't offend, please. But if you are Serbia and I misrepresent your opinion, I'm here to learn. So send a PM or some shit, and tell me what Serbians think of Russia, because I don't really know. I would ask Lasky because he's kind of dumb, so I don't know if I want to do that. But yeah, that's what it'd be. Those guys get that ass unbanned today. Anyway, let's get to agree or re before we get to the final part of the show, where Lex wants me to talk about Anka getting that ass unbanned. So we got 4 questions here, Hendrik,
All right.
on agree or re. We'll see what we got here. Let me just advertise in-game again, because the player count increased about double when we started the show. Fakrashan, that's right, the killer bird. You're not gonna get banned for that, it's okay. It's alright, I can take difference of opinion. Again, no quotes today from the Ukraine crisis topic from 2015. We'll do that next week, because, you know, I've been lazy, obviously. Let's get to it. First question of 4 for agree or... Login will be fast starting tomorrow. I don't know what that means, but we'll fucking see. As a breaking news out of the studio, guys, login will be fast starting tomorrow.
You don't need password anymore?
Breaking news.
Maybe. I have no idea. No need password anymore, just type it in once, and then you'd be good. That's what it'd be. Punkery show from once a week to once a day. Hell nah. I don't got enough content for that, bro. It would make sense to have the Punkery show once every 2 weeks. That may be a good thing. But let's get to it. Agree or Reeee, Hendrik. Terrorists should be allowed to use... Excuse me. I got this from the forum, by the way. But agree or Reeee, terrorists should be allowed... Or, excuse me, terrorists should not be allowed to use vehicles in a siege. Agree or Reeee should not be allowed to use vehicles.
Well, this is easy. It's gonna be Reeee. Because if you saw my... I think it was the second summy of this game I made. There was this one really nice and beautiful incident that happened in the seats where Violent Blood was trying to get to me in a vehicle. He was a terrorist, and he crashed into me, and he actually crashed into some fucking gas thing and exploded. So that would have never happened if he wasn't able to use the vehicle. So, Reeee.
That is classic Violent Blood.
Effing normies Reeee.
I would say Reeee as well. There was a guy on the forum. I got this from the forum,
Reeee.
and he posted the video of, I guess, him being a terrorist, and he was driving in traffic like an NPC would, like a pedestrian would, right? Or NPC would.
Oh yeah,
acting like he was in the street, yeah. And then at the last second, he would like just ram the fuck out of somebody. And I mean, at that point, I would just be like, yo, if you're a cop coming in, beware your surroundings. I mean, shit, you know? So I don't agree with this shit. I'd say Reeee. For this guy, I think it adds a nice dynamic for terrorists to be able to use a vehicle during a siege. Plus, not every siege location is advantageous when it comes to doing that. Like the one at the docks, the Elysian Island docks. You know, if you're in a vehicle there, I mean, obviously it's a person using that sheet. So just be aware of your surroundings if you're a cop. And I'll say Reeee to that guy. He posted on the forum, not as a suggestion, but I guess as a discussion.
But that's a nice idea. I like it. Keep them coming.
True. Any idea is better than no idea. So that is what it be. This was...
I want to say that I don't see it as a problem at the moment, so that's why.
Me neither.
I'm not voting for yes.
I do not see it as a problem either. Next one. This was an actual suggestion on the forearm. Agree or Reeee. Also, people in the thread can also play too as well. Agree or Reeee. Cops should not be able to use /track. Agree or Reeee.
Well, I don't know the reasoning behind this, but it's absolutely Reeee. Like,
Effing normies Reeee.
we do have to be able to use the same function to find people when everyone else.
Exactly. See, here's the problem. I
And
also
even actually, if I wanted, if I wanted to, I would put it that way. Like, as a cop, you have always these machines and tools you can use to track people. So it would be more
Been true.
logical if civilians couldn't track. But I think it's fine how it is.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you do have a kind of a point.
Effing normies Reeee.
If it was the other way around, it would just make logical sense. But Vly posted this on the forum as a suggestion. I say Reeee as well. I think he was. I don't have the topic in front of me. He didn't really make a huge argument as to why it's OP, but he said it was OP for cops or some shit, and I don't see how it is. I mean, the city, you know, the city of Los Santos, like the city part, it's pretty huge. You know, I don't see how it's OP to do /track. I think he also mentioned, if I'm saying this wrong, I apologize, but I think he also mentioned like how many people play cop or some shit, but it's like I just don't see the reason to remove /track for cops. If it comes to cop versus civilian balance, I don't think that is where you tackle that issue. Yeah, I don't see how it is. It's a huge city. It can be tough to navigate. It's bigger than any other of the original San Andreas cities. I know Vly, he comes back to the Discord. He always asks about Crazy Bobs and shit. Wrong Discord, bro. Although I talk about Crazy Bob a lot on the show. Crazy Bob's a lot on the show. But I'll say Reeee, this is not the way, in my opinion, to tackle that issue when it comes to cop civilian matters. Third degree or Reeee. This was an idea from Anka before she got that ass banned. Agree or Reeee, the rules should be condensed.
I don't even know what it
That
means.
ass
Like, the rules should be like simplified. Less words, less bullet points, no scrolling.
I don't have. I don't know how they look right now, but I think I might have to say agree, because in a way they have to be as simple as they can be, because from what I've seen,
Reeee.
new people, when they join, they don't know anything. They don't have any clue. So to make them understand the game fast and easy, the rules should be also be like really simple. But I know it's really, really, really hard, because
For some people,
on the other hand, you don't want to have like you kind of need to have rules for many situations, but then you don't want to do that, and you want to use the common sense one or something. I don't know.
that's true.
But maybe at least take a look and consider. So agree, yeah.
Do that.
Reeee. Reeee.
Yeah, I'll say Reeee. I mean, at some points, how simple do we want to be, honestly? Like, I understand that for a lot of things, you've got to dumb shit down so that even the dumbest person can understand, or whatever the case may be. But there are a few people, I think Civilian in the Discord said that there are some, although this is not an RP server, there are some RP servers that have rules that are out the ass. I mean, pages and pages of rules. I mean, the competitor CNR has longer rules than this. It looks like a fucking, like, table of contents type, article type sheet, if I remember correctly. I mean, I just don't think that we need to be dumbing down sheet, to be quite honest with you. Like, there is /FAQ, right? There's /FAQ. People that, you know, join. I don't know if it's on the screen once you join or some sheet, right? I think that's a bit more informative. I just took a look at /FAQ. And number 8 on /FAQ or /FAQ is, how do I suicide?
Help.
think that might be problematic, but
That's something we had. I think that was really asked in Crazy Bubs, yeah.
It was, yeah. It's a good answer. There is no kill command. It's Grand Theft Auto. Be creative! Exclamation points. No space! Exclamation point. Exclamation points. Make sure, guys, when you do your punctuation, don't put a space before your question mark or exclamation point. But yeah, I don't think we need the condensed sheet. Like, I don't think we need to try to appeal to a market who's, you know, that has less than 40 IQ and can't tell their left foot from their right, because that's basically what it sounds like, in my opinion. So that's what it'd be. I say Reeee to that.
Effing normies Reeee.
And final agreeer, Reeee HENDRIK. This is from your favorite player, Spork. Obviously, Spork is he's the most articulate person on this server, obviously. And I mean, he says the smartest things in the smartest ways. And his brain should be analyzed. When he dies, his brain should be analyzed because of how insightful this guy is. But he says, agree or Reeee, civilians should not be able to take revenge against cops.
That's a hard one. That kind of goes to what we just spoke, because these are the things that you kind of want to have in the rules, but then you don't.
True.
Just like what comes to hits and all, but revenge. Well, I felt it many times. I know that for sure in this game and in the Crazy Bubs, and I know how it feels. So should we not allow it? You want to say first?
Okay. I'll say it first. I'll say Reeee. I mean, obviously, when it comes to the carryover between Crazy Bobs and this sheet, I just think it made sense that if you get inconvened by a cop, get arrested, gets killed or some shit, then you should be able to go after him. I mean, not every person that gets arrested or killed by a cop goes after the cop, but you would think to be well within their right. I think Spork, his idea,
Effing normies Reeee.
when he said it was cops are held to a higher standard, they're higher on the totem pole, so if you get arrested, then you can't go after them. I mean, that's a decent opinion, right? I mean, I suppose I wouldn't really care either way, but I'm not too sure how it would be received. I think this is something that would work well, putting it on /FAQ, right? If you get arrested by a cop, can I kill him? And the FAQ would be like either yes or think about placing a hit or some shit like that. You know? Either way, I don't really use it.
I get the point. Like, I don't know if I can say, but agree, maybe. But like, it's annoying when you're just arresting someone one time and they have something against you, or they're just bitter about something and they decide to put a hit on you, for example, just because of one-time thing. I know it's annoying a little bit.
It is annoying, yeah.
Also, when playing this game and you decide to play it in a way where you get the wanted level, you should also kind of be expecting that you get chased. So once you do, and you kind of you have the need to have a revenge. I guess in this game we could talk about it and consider, like, should it be like this mentally ill box said, because maybe it was better in Crazy Bubs here, but maybe this is also one of those things we can consider here. Should they be different? Because we are clearly taking a different path in some things anyway, so.
True. I mean, I think one thing that's kind of a big thing, I don't think it's indicative of, or it shows itself that much with cop versus civilian, but
but it's a big question, like, then I'm thinking, like, how can you then take a revenge on a cop? I mean, like, what kind of reasons you can have after that to attack a cop? Like,
There's got to be something. Right?
Cops can't rob you. They don't really. Well, sometimes they can steal a car, but they shouldn't anyway. So I'm just thinking, what could be the reasons left? Maybe I'm just.
Well, I mean, you could place a hit, but what if there's no hitman on? I mean,
but could you still place a hit after you get arrested? Like, is that still a way to try take the revenge? I don't know how it was said in the thread, but
I mean, it'll be tough.
Does the revenge just mean that you can't attack yourself?
Yeah, I mean, that could be a possibility too. I mean, cops have to be inconvenienced in some way, I guess.
Yeah,
they can be untouchable, but I think the bigger issue is the question of the revenge sheets, like the ongoing. You kill me, I can get revenge. I kill you, you get revenge. You kill me, I get revenge. Yeah, it keeps on going and going, and I understand the end of the game week is something that can try to mitigate that a little bit, but not everybody follows the null and void at the end of the game week. You know, not everybody does it.
Well, I'm just worried that is it easy enough to understand for new people? Like, what is it about? Like, I think it's for people who are not from Crazy Pups. I think it's so new thing that will they even understand what is it about? Really, until they do wrong and someone is explaining them with punishments.
Well, that is something that will have to figure out in the future.
It's currently week 860, and do people like I don't even pay attention to what week we are on. Like, I think it's not visible enough in a way, at least. Maybe.
No, I don't think. It's only for complaints, I guess. Like
it is.
Week sheet. Yeah, it is. So that's what it'd be. Let's see, this guy in the chat right now, Tyrone69, said, "What's up with the admin abuse?"
I didn't do anything, I promise.
I promise. Champs destroyed him with a vehicle. And, it's funny. I guess anybody that kills you these days is an admin. But, there you go. That is agree or re, gentlemen and ladies. Last part of the show, Lex wanted to know about the Get That Ass Unbanned of Anka. Even though he's memeing, but I'll still take that up. Last week we were talking about that sheet, right? And a day or two, no, it was a day later actually, the next day, she turned up on the Discord. So it didn't really take that long, guys. But, she left a comment on the last Punkery show, right? And she talked about how the Ukraine sheet is wearing on her, I suppose, right? And I see that there's probably some kind of identity crisis there, which is understandable because she did say that she's part Ukrainian, part Russian, right? And both of those are going up against each other in the war. So that is understandable, obviously. But like I said, there has to be somebody that she can go to deal with these emotional issues, right? So that it does not spill. If you probably Fag Davis, right? He has to be in charge of that sheet so that it does not spill into the Discord, right? Because once that spills into the Discord, you never know what's going to happen. You never know. So if Fag Davis is out there, I don't know if who's listening right now, but if Fag Davis is out there right now, he's got to be the guy to be that emotional support. So that's
the shoulder to lean on, yes.
That's right. Right. So that it does not spill into the Discord. Because you know how it'll be already, right? You say anything crazy, or you start raging, and what'll happen is that you get that ass banned again from the Discord.
Get that ass banned.
So,
So is the ban still on? Do we know?
I think it should be done by now, right? I think it was 4 days from Sunday, I guess. So probably it should be done. But yeah, who knows if she'll come back, Lex? No idea. You know what I mean? Only she knows. But I think it would be perfect right now for her to take a break. You feel me? I don't know when this war is going to end, but as long as emotions rile high from this war, and listen, I've seen a lot of content on that sheet. Yesterday I saw a video of a dude, right? His family tried to flee, and shit happened. In few words, right? He got interviewed on CNN, and it was a very heartbreaking story, you feel me? But there's a but to that. However, you know, you just gotta power through it. You know, it's the only way that you can do it. As a dude that is first generation American, right? I guess she's first generation Latvian or some shit, right? First generation people, they know the struggle, you feel me? So you gotta hang in there, you feel me? So yeah, if that answers your sheet, Lex. Anka, I think, is unbanned from the Discord. I think, maybe, I'm not too sure, but if not now, soon. But even then, I would suggest to stay away from the Discord for now, because I don't think it's the best place to be, you know, amidst this snit, especially when you got the war going on, you feel me? That's what it be. Anyway, that'll been do it. We are done. Next week, hopefully we'll have the next quotes from the Ukraine topic of 2015. Hopefully we see more Russian girly making more quotes on that sheet. And look at these guys, already talking about Formula 1 in the thread. How about that? I'm watching it tomorrow. Formula 1. What was it, the first race of the season or second?
First one.
Oh, well, the first race of the season, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, maybe you will. I will stream them for you.
Yep, you'll stream them for me. So Don DeMarco for that. And Formula 1. Can't believe I'm going to entertain this sheet. Either way, beautiful, beautiful. Gigi Callion, you do that. Show some support. The community shows support for everybody directly and indirectly affected by the shit going on in Ukraine. Ghost Hunter says, it will be Vettel's year. Christ, man. Christian says, Schumacher. Oh my fucking... Do all y'all cocksuckers, all y'all are Formula 1 fans, dude. Shit!
Yes, and you will be also, because now the West, meaning Europe, America, we're all united, and we all like Formula 1. And more and more people in US like Formula 1. That's why we are having the Miami race. So don't panic, don't be scared, but you will be one of us soon.
I will not be scared. Oh, I apologize. I leaked Ghost Hunter and Christy Edge's favorite racers. I apologize. I hope I don't get demoted. Anyway, that'll do it for the Punkery show. Daytona 300. That'll do it for the Punkery show. For HENDRIK, this is Rashawn. We'll see you next time on the Punkery show.